when I was thinking of what to write for this speech, I just kept replaying the cliche, don't judge a book by its cover, in my head. I hate that because it is a cliche, but it's true. Because most people see a 35-year-old woman and assume that I'm married and I have kids. And I mean, strangers have wished me Happy Mother's Day for years now. And I think people just, make assumptions, and we're all guilty of that from time to time. But I'm not everyone's typical 35-year-old woman, so I thought that I would take this opportunity to tell you some things people wouldn't know just by looking at me. The first thing is that I've never had the desire to be a parent to humans. I have a dog and 3 cats, but no children. And I made that decision permanent when I was in my 20s, and I have never once regretted it. And a lot of people find that to be very strange, but mostly the fact that I don't want to have kids at all. But I decided a long time ago that if I ever changed my mind and I decided that I did want to have children, that there were so many in the foster system waiting to be adopted that, I could just find one of them and do the parent thing that way. So it's never been something that I've thought a lot about, but it seems to shock people. Another weird fact about me is that I have been a power lifter since 2013, I think. 2013. Not a lot of women in the sport, although in the last few years there have been a lot more, which is awesome. But it's kind of a niche hobby, and I've also dabbled in like CrossFit and strongman training, and and I ran a half marathon a couple years ago. I've held a few records on the state and national level during that time frame, and also qualified for strongman nationals during my first competition, which is something a lot of people don't really get when they see me. They don't get that vibe. And in the last 18 to 24 months, along with going back to school to finally finish a degree, any degree at this point, like literally just any degree, I will take it. But I've also picked up the hobby of sewing. I started making my own clothes after, a couple little things like curtains and pillows and stuff, and got pretty decent at it and started making things as gifts, and then had friends and family commission things from me to make specifically for them, and it's been really fun to find this new hobby, which also goes along with my other old lady hobbies of crocheting and cross-stitching, which I've done since I was a child. But it's one of my favorite things to do when I actually have free time, which is hardly ever now, especially going to school full-time and working and all that fun stuff. But I wanted to share obscure things about me, so it would be more, exciting, more engaging than just a laundry list of boring things about me. I hope that I get to learn some cool stuff about you guys too.